What's up you guys, it's Jose here. In this video I'll be sharing my experience of how I made 14,000 Rand per month. If you're interested to learn how I achieved this goal, then stay tuned. So let's start from the beginning. It's 2019 February. I've just received my matric certificate. There's no plans for studying. I'm just chilling at home, playing games, watching series. One day my mom came to my room and she said it is about time I start working. I didn't complain, I just thought, alright, it's time to start working I guess. So she said that she'll try and find me a job while I'm also looking online and so on. So one day while scrolling Facebook, my mom comes across an advert about a pizza delivering guy wanted. And she shows me that advert and tells me that I should go and see if they require any assistance. So as any young man would do, I asked my father, would he be interested in coming with me to the interview? He says, well son, I have a doctor's appointment just behind the restaurant, so sure, I'll come with. So the next day we drove to the restaurant. My father goes to his doctor's appointment, I go to the restaurant. Once inside, I ask for the manager says he's the manager, and I ask him, is there a job opening here? He answers me and tells me, yes, are you applying? And I tell him, yes, I am applying. On the spot he starts to interview me. He asks me if I have ever driven a bike. I answer him, I have driven a bike, but I don't have a bike license, I only have a moped license. He asks me, do I have a way of transport? I tell him, yeah, I have a moped I drive, and that is my way of transport. So then he asks me what experience I have. I tell him I have no experience. I've only worked at a festival for a short-term period as a coffee maker, basically. And he tells me that I sound like a nice guy and he's willing to give me a chance. So on the spot he says I have the job and he tells me to come with him. And I went with him, we went for a drive, and while driving we speak about what's the work gonna be like and what's the salary gonna be. He tells me the salary is for every delivery you have, you earn 12 Rand. And for every hour you work, you get 5 Rand. So that is 17 Rand. Basically, if you work an hour and get one order delivered. At this point, this sounds very sketchy. I think I'm not gonna earn much money because how many hours I'm going to work and I'm not gonna get much delivered. So I ask him how many hours do I work and how many drivers there are. He tells me you work from Monday till Saturday from any time past 9 till at night 9. And he tells me there are no other drivers, you are the sole driver, but at weekends when it's very busy, his wife will help deliver with the car. So I tell him, alright, this sounds quite interesting. So once back in the shop, he learns me how to drive the bike. We struggle a bit, but we get along. And about a week later, I can drive the bike, so I can start delivering and so on. I mean now, like, drive the bike now, like, no problems, like, solid. So I started working, and the first month was awful. I couldn't drive the bike. I didn't know the areas I needed to deliver. My phone was basically on 24/7 with Google Maps open, but I started to learn and learn. The second month was a little bit better. I started to learn the street names, I knew the usual customers and the addresses and so on, and at this point I could drive the bike very well. About the third month, things were starting to shine a little bit brighter. I started to earn around 10,000 Rand per month. Now, you might wonder, how is that possible, delivering pizzas that you earn 12 Rand for? Now, take in mind, I am the sole delivery guy. So, when it gets busy, the restaurant, I need to deliver all those pizzas. And it did get busy because it's a well-known restaurant in Oton. For pizzas, that is. So every night I would make around 25 deliveries. That is about 350 rand. Then you add on tips, because I keep all the tips. That was usually around 300 rand. That would equal you to 650. Now, that might not sound much, but for one night that is quite a lot. So from the 4th month and on, I earned between 10 and 14,000 rand per month. This varied because you did not receive the same amount of tips every month. But by the time of the 7th month, I decided to give my resignation, because the areas I delivered got too dangerous. Dogs were chasing me, this area seemed to get sketchy, and remember now, I drove until late, so being robbed was a possibility every night. So I decided to give my resignation, and although it was sad because it did help me very much, the experience to learn all the people in the town and the money I received, it did help very much. But in the end, safety comes first, and I decided to give my resignation. I wanted to share this video because although things may look bleak at the start, you should at least try it and not judge a book by its cover. By giving it a try, it may not work or it may work. And if it works, then you took the risk and it paid off. If it doesn't work, then take it as a learning experience. From my experience, I thought I wasn't going to earn much money, I thought it couldn't waste my time, but I took the risk because I didn't have much to lose, and in the end it paid off a lot. So I want you to take this message from the video, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.